going on, guys? I was thinking about writing some of this down, but I figured maybe this would be an easier way to convey my thoughts and maybe even my emotions. Today, well, let me go back to last week. Last Tuesday, I went to Golf Galaxy and I hit the new TaylorMade Jet Speed Hybrid. I did a video on that. I'll put the link down below. Maybe even an annotation in this video so you can see the numbers. But they were pretty good. The club felt good to the point where I was almost going to buy one after having hit it without comparing it to my current hybrid. The hybrid that I was hitting and my current hybrid are both the same 19-degree loft. My current hybrid is the Superfast 2.0. And the biggest difference I can tell between my hybrid and the Jet Speed is the Jet Speed does not have the same offset as the Burner 2.0 hybrid. So what that means is, for me in my game, I have a natural draw. So if I have a club that has too much offset, or honestly any offset at all, it'll accentuate that draw to the point where it's more of a hook than it is a nice soft draw. Now with this 2.0 hybrid, I didn't really experience much of extra movement. I don't want to use the word hook because it wasn't, but I wouldn't experience any extra draw off of the fairway or even out of the rough. It was a fine club. Now where I would experience a fair amount of movement would be if I teed up. So if I had a short, if I was faced with a short par 3 where I had maybe 145 to 160 yards to the front of the green, give or take, somewhere in that neighborhood, this is where I would hit that 19-degree hybrid. Now I would aim 40 yards left of the pin, and it would come back that far. That's great if it happens every time, but if all of a sudden, for some odd reason, I catch it and it goes dead straight, I'm 40 yards left. So you can imagine, luckily though, the majority of the time that I would tee up that hybrid, it would carry, the draw would carry right where I would want it to. I could, manipulate it to the point where I could land it where I wanted to land it. But I thought to myself, well, if I can eliminate that and aim more straight, aim for the pin more aggressively and not have to draw it in, then maybe that would be a better option. So, fast forward to today. I decided it'd be best if I went back to Golf Galaxy with my hybrid and compared the two. Lo and behold, either they sold or got rid of or whatever the regular shaft hybrid that I was hitting in that video. So I didn't have one for me to hit. They only had the 22-degree with the Jet Speed. They did have the 19-degree with the Callaway. So, they put that in my hands, of course, because I walked in there with my R1 and a Callaway 3-wood for a trade-in with a couple coupons. I probably could have scored that $200 club for, maybe just shy a little bit more than $100 US. So that'd be a good deal. But here's where my confliction kind of hits home. Okay, so I took some photos. Unfortunately, I didn't take any photos. I took video with the GoPro, and that video is virtually useless. I didn't realize that had such horrible low light capabilities. The noise in that, because again, I'm in the virtual reality booth to hit the balls, and it's all grainy. The focus is just horrible. The video that I took, the video that I took last week was from the iPhone 5S. That was really good video in the dark and indoors. Anyway, I don't want to get techie here, although I could. I'm already going on 6 minutes here. But I gotta be honest. I mean, as we all know, golf is a hell of a mistress, and she can really beat the hell out of you. But see, here's where I don't know how to feel about this. I walked out with the same clubs that I walked in with. That includes my Superfast 2.0 hybrid. Because on the simulator, that's the word I was looking for before, on the simulator, I even hit it off of a tee, off a little rubber tee, but albeit a tee. But I was mainly comparing them off of the turf, off the AstroTurf. I wasn't getting much of a draw with any club I was hitting, let alone mine, the 2.0. The Callaway, that thing was dreadful. I could barely get that off the ground. I don't know why. I mean, I know they taped it up, because it wasn't a demo club, so they had to put tape on it. That really shouldn't affect too much, but maybe it was on my head, but I couldn't lift that thing off the ground. I would say that thing, when I would hit the Callaway hybrid, if I got that 50 feet up, that's a stretch. But when I was hitting the jet speed, they only had a stiff flex in the 19 degree, and they had regular flex with the 22 degree. So I couldn't really make a fair comparison other than how it felt, and maybe a little bit of the ball flight, left to right, which would be my draw. And honestly, maybe it was a comfort thing. Maybe it was just a bad day or a good day, depending on your outlook. But I was just, the only club that I hit well was my own. I mean, I know you're watching this thinking, Jay, what the hell is the problem with that? Well, the only problem with that, and I guess the point of this video, is that I left there freaking confused, if that makes any sense. Because I've become kind of cynical, to be honest, with regard to new equipment. They'll come out with new clubs, it seems like maybe twice a year now. It's getting a little ridiculous. But like I said, last Tuesday I was stroking this thing. It felt good, it sounded good. I was carrying far. I mean, I think my carries were somewhere in the neighborhood of about 130. That's something stellar. And today, when I was hitting my own club, the longest carry I had was about 135, and guess what? It was with my own club. So I'm sitting here at 11:15 at night recording this, and I'm thinking back, and I was thinking about making a video, but again, the video that I took while I was there is virtually useless, so I kind of just have to tell you the story. But I was there, they let me loiter there for a solid hour and a half. So I probably hit close to 100 balls with 3 different clubs. And I left, like I said before, I left more confused than I arrived. I mean, I don't know. So I guess in the end, I just save myself some money. You know, until I get a sponsor, you know, I don't care. I mean, whatever works, works. I'll leave you with this because I know I'm just hitting 10 minutes now, so if you're still sticking around, good on you. Um, and that's, I have a GigaGolf 3-wood. It's a knockoff of the old Callaway X series. Um, God knows what year that's from, maybe 2007, 2008, I think. Who knows? Anyway, it cost me 34 bucks. Okay? Now, when I'm faced with a long par 3, where I got a long second shot, and I catch this 3-wood that cost me all 34 bucks, I catch it, and I'm accurate with it. Um, it's just a lovely club. I tried to replace it when I went to get that fitting at Club Champion. They could not replace it. And we're talking about a building that has walls of club heads and walls of shafts. And they couldn't put something together that was worth changing. They did get me some extra yards, but the freaking 3-wood cost like $400. No. 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 Not paying it. Not doing it. Especially when, you know, you get 7 extra yards, but for that much money, and I'm comfortable with this $34 club. I mean, who cares what brand and what make, model, all that kind of fun stuff. It's what performs for you when you're out there. The converse of that is when they fit me for the irons, the Mizuno MP53s with the senior shaft with a high torque, and you know, spec'd out the wazoo. Those are a work of art. So it's all relative, and it just again, it confuses how. I mean, we can have a discussion about this on and on and on and on. So if you have anything to add, or if you've had similar experiences, you know, share them with me down below. I'm starting to think maybe I'll use this JaysGolf account as a daily vlog or semi-daily vlog. I don't know, we'll give it a shot. We'll start with this. It's 13 minutes of me rambling on here. So I will sign off on that note, and thanks for letting me vent. And like I said, if you have any similar experiences, share them down below. Catch you later.